My name is Justin, and welcome back to EnGen TV, which stands for Engaged Generation Youth Changing the World. I learned so much about bathroom renovations in the previous episode, so continue watching Bathroom Renovations by Burke.
Welcome back, everyone. We're back with Bathrooms with Burke. My name is Akiwi Burke. My company is Trincon Building Services. Last week we spoke about prelims for your bathroom, why you want to reno your bathroom, and a couple of things to focus on. We got design, setting up your contractor, and also your budget. So this week, we're going to talk about on the job. Your bathroom is started now. What should you expect to see? All right. So right off the bat, we're going to talk. First thing is mess. Right. Renovating bathrooms, any reno in your house is going to involve some breaking down before you can build something new. Right, so how do you control for that? So you should see your contractor coming in and covering up the area from the door to wherever your workspace is. You should try and cover that up with either a drop sheet. I like to use brown paper in the hallways. Right, you tape it down and you're able to walk on top of it, and it'll protect your wood floors if you have wood floors, your carpet, whatever floor you have underneath. So you're not getting them dirty and you're not damaging them. At the end of the day, you're gonna have some cleanup at the end of the project, right? But you want to try and minimize that. And if you're actually living in the house while the project is going on, you want to be comfortable when the night comes and you're trying to sleep. You don't want to have big clouds of dust going through your house, right? So you want to try and minimize that, right, as much as possible. I've actually in some clients' house, when I've done their bathroom, their master bathroom, it's actually inside their master bedroom. So I've had to sort of block off with plastic, bubble off one side of the bedroom, right, so that we keep the dust, or the doorway into the bathroom, so that we keep the dust contained inside the bathroom or inside of a certain space, right, so that's not getting out into the rest of the room or the rest of the house while you're doing your demo, right. And usually we just use plastic and a zipper, right, and you zip it down when you want to keep the dust in, and zip it up when you're trying to go in and out. Simple, right? So we also got security, and this is just letting your contractor in for the day. If you're not going to be there, I've had clients leave me a key, leave me a code to the garage, or the code to the door, or a fob or something like that, right? But you just set that up ahead of time with your contractor so that they can get in and out when they need to. If this is something like a rental, you might want to leave a lockbox, because you have you have multiple contractors coming into your project, right? But you need to leave access for them so that they can send guys there to work, or your contractor can get in there. At the end of the day, it's how comfortable you feel, right, with your contractor, and you have a little relationship with them, how comfortable you feel with letting them in, and how much access you're giving them to your place. Also, another thing to keep in mind is as you're doing your project, things may come up that you didn't really foresee, right, that your contractor has to deal with. I did a reno in a bathroom, and the toilet was leaking. It was leaking very slowly every time you flush the toilet onto the plywood, and it was actually leaking in between the tile, but on top of the plywood sheet. So it didn't actually go down into the ceiling downstairs, but and you couldn't see it from on top when you're inside the bathroom. But when we pulled out all the tile, we noticed, a brown spot, a darker brown spot where the toilet was. So that might be something we need to cut out that ply sheet to make sure there's no mold there and to replace that. But it's just something that comes up that you couldn't foresee, right? When you're trying to plan out your project. Also, as you're going about your project, if there is something that you intend to install, maybe you're trying to install a heated floor or a jacuzzi or something like that, and you're trying to run some power up there, and you can't run it up there. You can't run a separate line for your bathroom. And it might change how your project goes, right? So you might not be able to do that. You might have to do something else, right? So these things come up, right, as you're doing your bathroom. So just keep those things in mind. As your contractor should try and, as much as possible to work around it to get things done, right? But sometimes you might need to talk with them, and they may talk to you about that, so you can discuss whether you can still continue to do that. Right? So also keep in the back of your mind some contingency for things that come up in left field or additions to your project. Right, I try and work within the price and the budget I give to you for my client, the quote I give to the client. But some of these things require extra material or extra time, right? So keep that in the back of your head as you're going through. You might want to keep a little buffer in there into your budget, right? So that these things can be taken care of if they ever come up.
We are people, and we love to get connected. We connect as families because of birth. We connect as friends because we click. And we connect as communities because we care. Seventh-day Adventists are people who connect in communities called congregations, which in turn connect to form conferences, who connect together to form unions, divisions, and the General Conference. Why do we connect? It starts with a connection to the Creator, who invites us on a spiritual journey. When we journey together, we can help each other along the way. This journey is a journey of a lifetime, and as we learn and grow, life becomes filled with meaning and purpose. Our greatest joy is in helping others along the way. Wherever you are on your journey, we believe that we have something to offer that can make your life more whole. So the next time you see a Seventh-day Adventist, remember, you're not looking at someone who stands alone. They are connected to a world church that has 18 million members, gathered in 13 divisions, comprised of 122 unions, formed by 600 conferences, serving in 140,000 congregations in 208 countries, who worship in 924 languages, and they all want to connect with you.
One of the things I appreciate the most about my experience at Crawford is that you're more than a number. You're actually the part of a family.
I love my time at Crawford because of the family atmosphere.
One of the things that I love about my children attending Crawford Adventist Academy is the fact that they are around excellence all day, every day.
Leadership.
Community.
Spiritual. Safety.
Fabulous.
Love. Christian.
Awesome.
I hope you're enjoying the programming. Apple Creek has a place for you. This week, we are going to be having an amazing speaker, a young speaker, bring the word of the Lord, and it might just change your life. So I want to encourage you to join us at Apple Creek Seventh-day Adventist Church. You can join us in our Bible studies. You don't know where we're studying? No problem. Go to our website. You can download the actual document and then read it and join with us in the conversation. There is always a place for you at Apple Creek Seventh-day Adventist Church.
You are watching EnGen TV.
So the next thing is your relation with your contractor. As the project is going on, some contractors may not, want you in the middle of of the project that's happening, right? With my clients, I like to have them involved. I like to keep them up to date, right? So I don't mind if they come in and they ask about tiling, or they ask about different things that we're doing in the bathroom and how it's, why it's done that way as opposed to something else. I don't mind that. At the end of the day, I want to make sure that the client is comfortable in their bathroom, right? So I will always keep them abreast of, things that I want to do and things that they might want to do. So one example would be like how we lay the tile, right? If you wanted to do like a subway pattern as opposed to a stack pattern, we want to leave that up. I would discuss that with the client and make sure that when we're tiling and things like that, that it's at the end that the tile job looks like how they pictured it in their mind at the end of the day. So this goes back to your relationship with that initial contractor that you found to do your work. You want to be comfortable with them, so you have that back and forth. So you're discussing the project, you could add to it, and you're comfortable bringing things up to add to your project or discuss with your project about how it's going, right? So I like to keep that back and forth going with whatever client I'm working with, right? So that at the end of the day, they're happy with the job that they get. Last thing that to keep in mind as your project is going is there may be some delays happening with your project, and these usually they come with anything custom that you are ordering to be done in your bathroom. So a good example is a custom shower glass. Right, you walk into your bathroom and you might see pictures of they have bathrooms where they have these really big shower glass doors and glass install, right? And those items are custom for your bathroom, right? They're made to fit whatever is there, all right? And there's a lead time after it gets measured till when it gets delivered and installed in your bathroom. So, and it can only be done after you have all the tile finished in your bathroom, right? So, if you're doing your master bathroom over and you're going to install like a custom glass inside of it, custom shower glass, right? You will have a little bit of wait time with that, right? But the good thing about that is when you get it and you get it installed, you're really happy with what the end result. Another one that you might have some wait time for is countertops. If you're installing stone countertops or anything like that in your bathroom, then it's the same idea as the custom glass, right? You can't get that measured and installed until you have if it's a vanity that you're putting it on, you have to have your vanity installed, right? And then so you can measure for how much countertop you need, you know, where the sinks will be, where the faucets will be, all those things are custom, and you want to get it right the first time. Same thing with the glass. You want to get that right the first time because you can't measure it over, right? And you can't cut it over once it's already done. So we've learned a lot today on our second episode. I hope you've been taking notes on what's been going on. We've learned about, today we talked about what to expect when your contractor starts your job and is working on your job, right? So next time we will be talking about materials, items that you should be installing. I'm going to make some suggestions on what you should be installing into your bathroom. So tune in next time. Again, my name is Akili Burke. My company is Trinton Building Services, and I'll see you again next time.
I hope you enjoyed this program. Come see us next week because we're going to have even more information.